This is Quick Opinions. It's where I talk about stuff that I don't really have enough to fill a full segment about for each one, so I put them all together in a giant glob and call it Quick Opinions. The first thing I want to talk about is college football. Some people have said that Oklahoma should make it into the college football playoff instead of Michigan because supposedly with a D, I think, the theory is that Oklahoma could put up more points on Alabama, that their ability to score points would be more of a challenge for Alabama. I completely disagree, but I like the thought process. I like the idea of trying to give Alabama a good game. The problem is I don't care about challenging Alabama's defense. I want to challenge Alabama's quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. He's dominated. He threw like one pass in the entire fourth quarter all year so far this season. And I think Michigan's defense would give Tua Tagovailoa his best challenge all year. That's what I want to see. I don't care about scoring points in Alabama. If Alabama plays Oklahoma, they win 70-30. Woo, you put up 30 points, but you gave up 70. It doesn't matter. No, I want to see Alabama's quarterback, their offense get challenged by a great defense like Michigan. That's what I want to see in a good matchup. Yes, I think we should consider what would be a good matchup from the 4th seed. Who would play Alabama the best? The problem is everyone's got the wrong thinking. It's not trying to score points in Alabama. It's who can potentially stop Tua Tagovailoa. Honestly, I don't think anybody can. I think Tua is going to dominate any defense he plays. But Michigan is the team that should get to play Alabama, not Oklahoma, because their defense could challenge Alabama's quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Second thing I want to talk about is in the NBA. This is going to be, a lot of people are going to get mad about this. Either you're going to love this, think it's hilarious, or you're going to get really mad. My friends and I have had an ongoing debate this week. Most of my friends think Zion Williamson. Would you rather have Zion Williamson or Paul George on your team? Remember Zion Williamson, he's a freshman at Duke, but he's dominating. He's incredible. And Paul George is a perennial NBA All-Star, which is like, of course, yeah, Paul George clearly is a better player than Zion Williamson. But here's why I would rather have Zion Williamson on my team. If I'm the New York Nets, if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, if I'm a horrible team that has nobody paying attention to me, even if Zion's a gimmick, I would rather have Zion Williamson. Because Zion Williamson brings a lot of intrigue. We know, I'm sorry to say, but we know what Paul George is. He's hit his ceiling. He's a solid player. He's a perennial all-star. But what does that really mean? I don't know. Is that entertaining? Does that sell tickets? Zion Williamson gets me in the door. Not to mention, I have no idea what he could become. Again, Paul George has hit his ceiling. We don't know what Zion Williamson's ceiling is, and that's interesting to me. If I'm a bad team in the NBA, I would rather have Zion Williamson than Paul George. The second thing I want to talk about are celebrations in the NFL. Everybody got mad at Michael Thomas for the cell phone celebration. Remember, he scored the go-ahead touchdown against the LA Rams, pulled out his cell phone, and I think it was referring to Joe Horn's touchdown a long time ago back in the day. I had no problem with Michael Thomas's touchdown celebration. Here's why. Is the moment. He just scored the game-winning go-ahead touchdown against the LA Rams. It's awesome. It's a big moment. Go ahead and celebrate. Do whatever you want. The problem I have with celebrating is when you're down 35-10, when you have no reason to celebrate. Don't celebrate. Don't have some crazy elaborate like bowling, all the players fall over. If you're down by a lot, if you're still early in the game, you're close. I think the Seahawks had one. They won, but there was 2 weeks ago, the Seahawks had this crazy elaborate celebration that didn't even win the game. I think they lost to the Chargers. It's like, you can't do that. If you're going to celebrate, you'd better be doing it in a big moment, up by a lot, and sure you're going to win. I don't want to see your celebration on Instagram from a game that you lost. That's what I don't like. Let's go back to the NBA. It's just very brief. I love watching Luka Doncic, the Mavericks rookie. He's just a blast. I love the guy. He's scoring 19 points per game, shooting 47%. I don't know. I just find myself rooting for him. And I can't help but compare him to Brandon Ingram. Let's talk about Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, is it just me? Is Brandon Ingram kind of a disappointment this year? I don't know. I'm not really engaged with what the LA Lakers fans feel. And maybe it's more of a question, but Brandon Ingram's only scoring 15 points per game, and he's only shooting 44%. Luka Doncic is playing better than Brandon Ingram. Now, and maybe it's because the Lakers have more scores, he gets fewer opportunities. I don't know. But it seems to me, Brandon Ingram, 6'9", $190, weighs 10 more pounds than me. And I'm not a fat guy. I'm not skinny either, but I've got some muscle. I'm normal sized. The fact that Brandon Ingram's only 10 pounds heavier than me is incredibly concerning. And it just seems like Brandon Ingram's been a disappointment this year. We're only a couple games in, but he's not developing like I'd wanted to see from Brandon Ingram. Am I alone? Is that how Lakers fans feel? I mean, again, Luka Doncic's numbers are better than Brandon Ingram's, and that's concerning. I don't know. Is Brandon Ingram disappointment? You please tell me. Next thing I want to talk about is, let's talk about a couple NFL stories in a row. First of all, people are burning Le'Veon Bell's jersey. I think this is so stupid. The comparison I would make to burning jerseys is running a marathon or going to the gym. There's a really great sketch on YouTube. It's called Girl Runs a Marathon and Doesn't Tell Anybody. And it's about the idea that people go to the gym and all they do is brag about it. And it's like, would you really do that if you didn't have anyone to tell? That's definitely true with burning jerseys. Nobody would burn a jersey if there wasn't social media. The only reason people do it is to get attention. I think it's dumb. It's annoying. I think Le'Veon Bell did a lot for Pittsburgh. It's sad it ended, but that's how things work. And so I think people burning jerseys, it's ridiculous and shouldn't happen. The next thing I want to talk about is the Miami Dolphins. It might be time for the Dolphins to move on from Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is 30, and sadly, he's injured again. The guy's only played in 5 games so far this year. I think he's being outplayed by Brock Osweiler. Brock Osweiler's numbers are slightly better. I don't know. I think the Dolphins had a chance to trade up for Josh Rosen. They passed on it. Looks like that was a mistake right now. And there are now reports that the Dolphins are interested in Oregon quarterback Justin Herbert. I agree. I think it's time for Miami to move on from Ryan Tannehill. He's been subpar for years. He's already 30 years old. You should be looking for a replacement for Ryan Tannehill as soon as possible because he's simply not good enough. We keep waiting for him to show up, and he just gets hurt every year. He's always slightly underwhelming. And I think it's time for the Dolphins to move on from Ryan Tannehill. How about Rob Gronkowski? Rob Gronkowski's trade value has fallen off a cliff, which is weird because the Patriots usually trade people before they lose their value. I don't know if maybe Bill Belichick was hoping that I think Bill Belichick obviously made the decision. You know what? Gronk is worth his upside is worth having him and losing his value. We're not getting anything for him later down the road. I mean, remember early in the year, the Patriots had nothing. Nobody to throw the ball to, nobody reliable. But I mean, so far this year, Rob Gronkowski's missed 3 games. He's also only caught 1 touchdown. I mean, it's very clear to me Rob Gronkowski's value is going down incredibly quickly. Last thing I want to talk about is LaMelo Ball. This story excites me a lot. LaMelo Ball recently re-enrolled in high school. He's going to Spire Institute in Ohio. My question is this. First of all, I need to state this. It's really, people are not sure whether LaMelo Ball is going to be eligible to play in the NCAA or not. Part of that's because he played professionally in Lithuania. Remember, he played professional basketball. Supposedly, he says he never took any money, but we don't know. We don't know how the NCAA is going to rule on that. It's very possible LaMelo Ball will not be allowed to play in the NCAA. Here's my question. Even though it's up in the air, why do small universities, people like DePaul University, people like Washington State, people who have trouble with attendance, why are desperate college basketball programs not already giving LaMelo Ball offers? Even if it's a gimmick, even if LaMelo Ball is not good enough to play in NBA in the NCAA basketball, I would still give him a scholarship offer because he brings intrigue. It's my same reason why I thought that the coach from Louisville should have been hired by Rick Pitino. I thought Washington State should have hired Rick Pitino because you're a desperate program that needs intrigue, that needs interest. A desperate program that needs intrigue and interest should offer LaMelo Ball a scholarship. Even if you don't think it can help you basketball-wise, you're going to get people in the building, you're going to get a lot of press, you're going to get a lot of interest. I would bring LaMelo Ball into my basketball program. If I'm not a winning program, I would offer him right now, even if he doesn't become eligible to play in the NCAA. What do you have to lose? Start the battle, start that process, get yourself in the headlines. I would absolutely offer LaMelo Ball if I was a struggling, desperate NCAA basketball program. Guys, that has been Quick Opinions. I think we had 9 of them today, which is quite a bit. I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and also clearly on YouTube. It means a lot to me. And please help me grow by telling your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow by telling your friends about the show. You might hate me. That's fine. Please leave a comment down below. Why do you hate what I talked about? Why do you hate me? I don't mind that. I understand that my opinions are pretty controversial, and I just am grateful that you guys watched. So thank you so much. My name is Zach Schaumler. Have a great day.